Hey guys, welcome back to another Calibria video. I know some of you guys have asked me about more guides around heroes, dungeons, and just different compositions of teams that you can use in each of those contents of the game. But I thought it'd be a good idea just to talk about, what I'm looking at in the game. What are kind of some of my struggles within my own account and worries, and then also what are some of my goals on my own account as well, and just how I'm trying to improve my own account. So this site here is pretty recent that I have discovered through Discord. If you guys don't get on Discord, please do, because it is one of the best sources to get information about the game. To learn about the game, you need to get on Discord and talk to the users there. There's a lot of knowledge there. This site here is calibriacg.com. When you guys have time, get into the site and just play around with it a little bit. I think it's a little new because some of the stuff isn't available yet as far as what it's going to offer. Right here, I'm on Hero Archives. You can see I can choose any one of these heroes, or I can go down here and filter for a hero, and basically I can see the faction, the star rating, and all their base stats. So these base stats are basically when you have them evolved but not sanctified. I've checked a few of these heroes, and they all fall in that category of you've evolved them, but you haven't sanctified them. And it's really important to know base stats, especially if you don't want to level up the hero yet. This gives you a good idea of knowing the base stats of a hero, and I'll later on we'll talk about why that's important. But this is a fantastic resource, and I think the more people that use this site, it's just going to get better, because we're going to get more data in this site, because they got drop rates here, and there's not much data in here yet. But if a lot of people start using this incorrectly, it can provide a lot of good resources for us, I think. So this is Colossus 12, and right here we have a total of 48 runs logged. 8 of those were 6-star, and 5 of those were 40 of those were 5-star. Sorry. And to the right here, we got the rune type. So 29% of those were attack runes. They have these for, right now they have Colossus, Leviathan, and Hydra. And they'll have more coming soon here. So I think it's a new site, so they don't have a lot of stuff that eventually they're going to have. When you guys have time, get in here. If you're a content creator on YouTube, you can actually upload your videos here. It's pretty easy. So if you're on YouTube, you basically can filter, say, hey, I have an arena video. It's on YouTube, and you can paste your link. And then here it has additional options to put some more categories of information on your video. And then people here will be able to, once it gets approved, they'll be able to come in here and actually look at all these videos that people have uploaded. And I think on the dashboard, they have some videos up on here as well. So if you're a content creator on YouTube, this is another good way just for people to look at some of your content. So yeah, when you guys get a chance, look at this site, because I think it's going to be a goal of mine for resources and just analytics on around the game that we can utilize. Okay, so remember I was telling you guys that base stats are important, and you can utilize that site without leveling up the heroes to figure out, just kind of strategy-wise, how to basically help your world boss, right? Because the world boss is really based around stats, overall stats, and base stats really affect how much total stats that you can get. So obviously, someone like Eve here, they got 30% crit rate, 1806 on attack, not sanctified yet. Obviously, someone like Eve is going to do really well on World Boss, but, it's good to get an idea of more obtainable heroes. Just some heroes that I can think of here. Archmage, I know a lot of people have Archmage. This isn't sanctified yet, and his base attack is 1906, and he has 30% crit rate. He does really well. I would say most lawful, I think, do pretty well on the world boss that I've noticed. Archmage does really well on world boss because he has really high base stats. So another hero that I recently just leveled up is Shield Guardian. So Shield Guardian is a nat 4, So he's easily attainable, and you can sanctify him pretty easy, I think. And check out his base defense, 2051. I mean, just ridiculous for a nat 4. If I look at, obviously I don't have him sanctified, but if I look at Azura here, his base defense is 1939. I don't have him sanctified yet, so obviously that's going to be a lot higher when you can sanctify him. But 1939 for someone that's pretty hard to get versus versus Shield Guardian that is a nat 4, really easy to get, easy to sanctify, 2051 on his base defense. I know a lot of people probably know about him, but this is another easy hero that you can use to help you out on your world boss damage, because world boss gives you a lot of good rewards daily that, you know, especially if you can get up in the rankings, you're gonna get insane rewards. So Holy Swordsman, I think most people have him, and you know, I do have him sanctified here. I do have him evolved, of course, and he's 1887. He is lawful. He does pretty well on the world boss. I'm trying to think here just real quickly. Don't want to take up too much time on just the world boss stuff, but obviously Lich King, people hopefully have a Lich King now because he was craftable. I don't have him sanctified yet, but 1873, not sanctified yet. 30% crit rate, really high base stats to help you out on your world boss. I do have Spire Queen sanctified. She has really high attack here, 30% crit rate. And I think Demonic Swordsman does pretty well for me too, if I remember right. I might be wrong, but I think he does pretty well for me. Obviously, I switch out his gear to someone that I actually use, but I think overall he does pretty well for me. So yeah, so if you're looking at just trying to help you out in World Boss, base stats are really important, and you can utilize that site to get an idea before you level up heroes. So I think it's pretty cool that they did that. You know, so in my account, I take the growth plan really slow. I could complete this right now, but I'm really picky on who I 6-star, and I'm really picky on the runes that I level up the 15. Really picky. It takes a lot for me to level up a rune to 15. So with that, obviously, when I get the next round here, I'm gonna get flooded with resources. But what I'm starting to find out is, you know, what resources are hard to get. So one thing that I'm really worried about that I underestimated is the unknown summon scrolls. So I think yesterday or the day before, I just went through a whole day of grinding double XP. So I dwindled down on my unknown summon scrolls because you summon those because that is a lot of your food resource, right? To level up heroes. And, you know, I'm starting to worry that when I'm done with the growth plan, I'm going to have a shortage of these scrolls. Because I know you get quite a bit in campaign, but I'm not going to do campaign unless I can level up heroes. And I can't level up heroes without lower rank heroes. On the shop here, I think one of my first videos, I did a guide on, you know, kind of what to buy here. And I said, you know, always buy the 2 stars. And then, you know, if you're going through your ×2 experience, get the 1 stars. I take that back. Always 100% I would purchase the 1 stars as well, because you're gonna run out of the unknown scrolls, I think, unless I'm missing something, because I haven't farmed catacombs like insanely. A lot of times I'm in the lair, but I just feel like there's not enough ways to get those unknown scrolls as much as we need, because we need a lot of them for how much leveling we do. So just pay attention to that, because I think when we run out of the growth plan, that might be a shortage. Unless you guys are already done, let me know like how you get a lot of unknown scrolls, because I know in the shop here, I mean, I know you can, let's see, I think it's the guild, the honor, maybe it's the honor. I know in the honor, you know, you could buy those, but I really don't want to spend, you know, 12 for one unknown. I think that's pretty expensive for the amount of unknown scrolls that we need. I just feel like that's going to be a pain point. I think that's going to be a pain point on my account. Okay, so let's go back to the summons here because recently I just put out a video of a new light Nat 5 coming out this Friday. And, I didn't really think about it at the time, but after reading some comments and stuff, I do get where people are coming from because when you look at the state of this game, I think some people did some research on the archives and stuff and noticed there's like a 3-to-1 ratio for like Nat 5s versus I think the Nat 4s or something on the LD factions. As well as, there are some people that have insane accounts, and they have yet to pull a light or dark Nat 5. So I didn't really think about that when I put out the video. In my mind, I'm used to a different game where you save up these scrolls or whatever you call it in other games. You save them up for months and months, and then you pick an event that you want to do, and then you just cross your fingers and hope that you get something. So here, I think I'm going to do a summons this Friday, but I've saved up. I kept track. So the last video that I did that I've summoned LD scrolls was April 2nd. So it's like a month and a half ago, and I cleared Vapor Dreamlands. So I think that's 4 LD scrolls a month. So that's 6 total, I think, from just Vapor Dreamlands. And then, of course, we had those COG events that I think I've got. I've always got a LD scroll, and I think there's one time they compensated us, so I was able to get 2 LD scrolls. But, for a month and a half, I've managed to get 13 of these. And I do have a lot of chips, but this is like my life savings. I've never used an LD chip before to summon. So I think I'm almost up to four summons here, but that's like the entire time that I've played, and I think I just recently started getting a lot of these, just in the last couple weeks, I think. So I didn't really think about that. I understand kind of the letdown of when they come out with these Nat 5 LD heroes, they really should put out, along with that, they should put out another hero like a Nat 4 or something that's good, that we can try to get, from like our Mystics or one of these other scrolls here. So I didn't really think about that when I put out that, but I do get where people are coming from, especially, I see people pulling these right when they get them. I mean, I would at least wait for an event, I think, just to try to get a chance at a certain hero that you want. Odds are you're probably not going to get it, but I'll at least save these for those events. I usually don't summon these unless there's a certain event that I want to do, so I tend to save these for quite a while. Okay, so let's talk about Inferno Legion. So Inferno Legion is a little new to the game right now, and you get some. I don't know. Let me see if I can look at the rewards here. Okay, I can still look at them. So you get pretty good rewards if you can clear. I don't know what they call it here. What do they call it? I don't remember what they call it, but if you can clear both of these, you get pretty good rewards if you can clear all this. And I didn't know this until recently, but I think it's a glitch in the game where they need to fix it. But if you have trouble with some of this content right here, currently when you're in a battle, if it's not going like you want, you actually can hard close the game and restart the game, and you won't lose your heroes. I think you lose your stamina, but you don't lose your heroes. So just something for the time being. You might as well capture some of the rewards that you can. If you don't know about that, it might help you get just a little further in that content, and until they fix it, of course. It's not our fault that it's broke, so you might as well get the rewards that you can. Okay, so the Spire. Honestly, guys, I've been slacking off on that. I never do the Spire. There's between Vapor Dreamlands, Arena, the Legion, just farming lair and stuff. I honestly never get to the Spire. I don't even think I've invested. I think I just stopped investing because I didn't really pay attention to it, and I don't really know yet what I need to invest in. So you can get a lot of good rewards out of the Spire. But if you're kind of struggling with getting rewards and stuff, I kind of would wait on this, I think. Unless I'm missing something, you can eventually get these rewards. Vapor Dreamlands, this comes up every 2 weeks, and you get insane rewards for completing this. If you do the uncommon, I think it's called uncommon, right? And the hard, or common, sorry, common and the hard, you can get like 2 LD scrolls. You can get 2 legendary scrolls. I want to say there's a level, there's a stage in each of them that you get 300 gems, or whatever you call it in this game, and just a lot of other gems and rewards. Focus on something like this that you can get rewards every 2 weeks. The Spire, I think, is just always going to be there, and you can eventually complete it. Obviously, the layer is something that you want to grind, basically. It's one of the only ways right now to get a lot of Kalinite, good runes, and with the C12s and the L12s coming out, you're going to get some gear that you want to level up. You're not going to have the Kalinite to do that unless you do the layer. Okay, so the last thing that I can think of just on the top of my head, I didn't really write any of this down, so I don't know. I might think of some stuff later, which I can do in another video. But, your guild and stuff. So, obviously you get really good rewards for ranking up in the dungeon, right? Because you got the shop here, and you can get really good rewards, especially the 4-star ascension. You can get Athena, which after you get the second one, I don't really know if there's any need to get more of those. So I've kind of just been saving these because you never know, in the future they might come out with more stuff to get out of these shops. And I just don't feel like it's worth it to spend all my other guild tokens on some of this other stuff. I keep getting these 4 stars, even though I don't need it right now. Eventually, I'm not going to have that growth plan. So I think I'll continue to get this. I've already got 2 Athena, so I probably won't do that anymore. But down the line, guys, they might come out with more rewards. And what better way just to save up when you don't really need this other stuff? Because this is pretty expensive. With that, participate in your guild war. I see people all the time that are logged on that don't participate in the guild war. And every once in a while we get these rewards here that, you can even fail. You can even fail and still get at least a point. I think when I first started, I just used like one hero and just failed a whole bunch of times because I couldn't win a whole bunch just to complete it to get these rewards here. So if anything, just participate in your guild war. If they haven't already kicked you out, participate in it. So anyways, I think that's it for now. I just want to kind of run through a few things on my mind and a few worries for my own account. So if you guys have any other concerns about your own account, let me know, because I'm always curious. I might be missing something that I'm not thinking about, like those unknown scrolls. I kind of think that's going to be a pain point for my own account, at least, unless you guys share some good ways to get a lot of those. But anyways, hopefully this helps you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.